Okay, so this is the second video that I'm doing. So I took a video last week when she was 6 weeks pregnant, just off. So this time she will be 7 weeks either tomorrow or on Saturday, which is 3 days away. I wanted to show you where she's up to, and also just talk a little bit about the signs and symptoms she has displayed over the time, because I think that's one of the things that I was really interested in the first time around when we tried to get her pregnant. So I mentioned last time that she was going to get an x-ray done. Well, we decided actually with the vets not to do that because she doesn't stay very still, and that can end up meaning she needs a sedative, which we didn't want to do while she's pregnant. So we've had an ultrasound done and we are expecting upwards of 4 puppies, and apparently they're going to be quite big as well. And I think you can see in her belly now, so if you actually look from the side, there is quite a big bump going on now, and they're quite big puppies, and we were surprised by that because I think I said last time she's quite small actually, which suits us, but she's breeding, we bred her with a miniature poodle, so you would think these were going to be little bitty ones, but apparently not. So let's have a look at her belly anyway. Sit down, Phoenix, lie down, good girl. Okay, so you can see she has been shaved now, but there's also hair coming off it anyway. So before we had it shaved, but you can see now that those glands are actually protruding. So it's not just the nipples, it's also the milk glands as well. And you can just see that the belly is quite big now. We have, in terms of our setup, with the whelping box isn't finished yet because my husband's actually building that. But what we have got, excuse all the hair because the dogs like it, a blow-up sofa. And that's there for the dog to get used to because we want to be able to be on hand on her due date and around her due date, just in case she's giving birth through the night or she's showing symptoms through the night, so one of us can come down here. So this is a pull-out blow-up sofa bed. So in terms of the signs and symptoms that she's displayed, so the main one has been personality-wise, she's become really needy. So you walk into a room, she wants you to give her a stroke, she wants a cuddle, she jumps up, and she never used to jump up. And she's a bit more docile. So she's been a lot more wanting to sleep, wanting to lie on the bed, wanting to lie on the couch. Much more so than she did in the past. The first thing that we noticed was the nipple enlargement, and that probably happened about 4 or 5 weeks. And her belly, again, about 4 weeks, her belly was quite hard as well. I would say 3.5, 4 weeks when we got the first ultrasound. The belly had gone hard, it hadn't got much bigger, and nipples were larger as well. She hasn't had any visible kind of mucousy discharge at all, and as I mentioned last time, she actually bled all the way through her cycle, so I don't think there's been any specific changes that we've noticed in that. So it really has been a lot more about personality and the actual nipples and stomach changing. And once she's got to, I would say, at 4.5 weeks, she had a week where she really went off her food quite a bit. So she was eating the wet food, but not the biscuits. And she just wasn't that interested. And then as soon as we got into kind of 5.5 weeks, that was it. Then she has had such an appetite. She's not wanted to stop eating really. So she's been having treats in the middle of the day. She normally only actually eats once a day. She's never had a big appetite. But she's now kind of trying to get to the other dogs, our little dogs, food. So we're having to separate them, and she is on the puppy food now. So I mean, that's a big thing, that you really need to try and get them onto the high calorie stuff at this stage, because not only are they doing a lot of growing of the puppies, she's putting on a lot of fat, but you want to make sure that they've got a bit of fat stored up, because obviously depending on the amount of puppies, if she is going to have, over the 4 puppies, they can really drain a lot of fat. They're using a lot of milk, and some dogs can end up becoming quite skinny and just not having enough nutrients. So if you get them on the puppy food as soon as possible and keep them on the puppy food, and that's what the vet recommends, and that way they're getting a nice high calorie content. So I think that's it for the video today, and I will continue to do so we'll have another one next week and the week after, and then hopefully after that it will be a video of the little goldendoodle puppies. So say bye bye Phoenix, say bye bye Rogie.